What if a mother's ghostly visions of her dead daughter were enough to make police reopen a murder case? In one of the strangest and most unusual cases in American legal history, a paranormal claim crashed right into the justice system, leaving a jury to sort through the facts and the unexplainable. It all started in 1897 in Greenbrier County, West Virginia, when a young woman named Zona Heaster Shue was found dead. Her husband, a blacksmith named Edward Shue, said he found her lifeless at the bottom of the stairs. When the local doctor arrived, Shue's behavior was odd. He insisted on dressing his wife's body himself, choosing a high-necked dress, and he wouldn't leave her head or neck alone, cradling it constantly. Because of his overwhelming grief, the doctor's examination was brief. The initial cause of death was listed as an everlasting faint, though it was later amended to complications from childbirth. But Zona's mother, Mary Jane Heaster, was not convinced it was that simple. Soon after the burial, Mary started telling people something incredible. Zona's ghost was visiting her. For 4 nights in a row, she claimed her daughter's spirit appeared at her bedside, insisting she hadn't died from natural causes. She had been murdered. The ghost told her that Edward was abusive and that, in a fit of rage, he had broken her neck. Mary's persistence eventually got the attention of the local prosecutor, John Alfred Preston. Despite his own doubts, he ordered Zona's body to be exhumed for a full autopsy. The results were staggering. Zona's neck was broken between the first and second vertebrae, and her windpipe was crushed. It was clear she had been strangled. Edward Shue was arrested. While Mary's supernatural story was the catalyst for the investigation, the conviction itself ultimately hinged on the physical evidence. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. Before we move from a helpful ghost to a demon in the courtroom, if you find this intersection of crime and the paranormal fascinating, make sure you are subscribed for more chilling true stories. Decades later, in 1981, the supernatural showed up in court again, this time as a defense. In Brookfield, Connecticut, a man named Arne Cheyenne Johnson stabbed his landlord, Alan Bono, to death during an argument. What made this case infamous was the defense his lawyer planned to use. Not guilty by reason of demonic possession. It became the first heavily publicized case in a U.S. court where "the devil made me do it" was put forward as a serious legal argument. Johnson's family, with the help of demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren, claimed that a demon had been exorcised from his fiance's younger brother, only to flee into Johnson's body. His legal team truly intended to argue that he wasn't responsible for his actions. The judge, however, wasn't having it. He ruled that a demonic possession defense was inadmissible because it was impossible to prove empirically in a court of law and simply wasn't a recognized legal defense. With his paranormal defense off the table, the jury had to decide the case on the facts alone. Arne Johnson was convicted of first-degree manslaughter and sentenced to 10 to 20 years in prison, of which he served 5. So, from a ghostly vision that exposed a killer's lie to a demonic defense that the law refused to hear, these cases reveal the justice system's fascinating struggle with the supernatural. While the Greenbrier ghost's testimony brought about a conviction by leading investigators to hard physical evidence, the court in the Johnson case flatly rejected the idea that a demon could be blamed for a man's violent actions. What do you think? Does the paranormal have any place in criminal justice? Let us know in the comments.